Welcome back to the Spiritual Chicks. I'm Trish and I'll be doing your early week reading. As normal, you have 3 groups to choose from. So it's group 1 is purple, we've changed around this week. Group 2 is the aqua, group 3 is the pink. So you can either go with amethyst today, Caribbean calcite, or rose quartz. Alternatively, you might prefer to check out different decks. We're reading with the different decks today. So group 1 is going to be reading with this deck. Group 2 will be reading with this deck, and Group 3 will be reading with this deck. So take a moment, see which number resonates with you today, and I'll be back with your reading. Welcome back, Group 1. Thank you for joining me. If you've selected the amethyst, the purple, or this deck, then this is your reading. Okay, so what I'm picking up for you, and again, this is a group reading, so it will resonate a little differently for everybody. So I'm picking up for you, you've got a positive outcome on the horizon for you. So if there's something that you're thinking about doing, it's saying that it's going to be positive. There's a positive outlook. So perhaps you need to think about it in a positive way, but it is saying that you've got the potential for something to be very positive and successful is what it's saying. But it is asking you to perhaps look at things from a slightly different perspective. It's like you could tweak a couple of little things in a couple of different ways to get more of a positive outcome is what it's saying. Okay, I feel like also it could do with a bit of a cleansing or a bit of a sprucing up. So perhaps some branding. You're needing a little either branding on yourself or branding on the situation or branding to your business or your new venture or whatever it is that you're looking at. It's saying that you need to do a little bit of improvements here on improvements on the branding. So this here is the card. It's called Cleanse. Now this card of cleanse comes out when something needs sprucing up. So perhaps it could even be like the house you're living in. It's something around you that needs sprucing up. So it needs like a rebranding or a new vibe going on with it. But it's saying improvement. So improvement, and this is improvements to house or body, but it can also be improvements to a situation. And I feel like whatever this thing is that you're thinking about or you're working towards that's going to bring a positive outcome in the future, just need to look at things from a different perspective, tweak things just a little bit. This is your positive card. Spruce it up a little bit, spruce the idea up a little bit, go a bit more, go bolder, go bigger, go better, go more professional looking. There's something about it needs to be spruced up and improved a little bit, and this is your improvement cards. So group 1, let me just see if there's anything else in here that I can pull in for you. Okay, but overall, I do feel they're really great cards. They're really positive energy cards around you. Just asking you just to tweak and turn your perspective just a little bit. You've got to make a couple of improvements and something needs cleansing. Now, for some of you, it could be, and this is not for everybody, I've just gone through the general vibe and the general energy of this layout. So, but for some of you, it could be that something's going on in your life that it could be your perspective or your thought patterning. So you could be thinking a little bit negative, and it's asking you to change the way you think. So if you're not rebranding or you're not creating something new or doing anything like that, it's asking you to take a look at yourself and have a look at how you think about things. So do you think in a positive way? Are you optimistic or are you pessimistic? So it's saying that you need to be more positive. You need to look at things in a different point of view, because it's not doing you any favors by sitting in that thought patterning. So it's asking you to lift your way of thinking, change that just a little bit, because that's going to be much better for your abundance and much better for your manifesting possibilities. So it is saying there is possibilities on the horizon for you, but you need to look at things in a very positive way. So you need to change that way of thinking that you have, and you need to clean up things around you. So clean up your lifestyle, clean up your thought patterns. So clean up the way you're thinking. You perhaps could be very judgmental on others or very judgy on yourself. It's like, it's what I'm picking up here now is something about being too hard on yourself. So it's where you're being judgy on yourself, you're being too hard on yourself. So it's asking you not to give yourself such a hard time. Why would you want to give yourself a hard time? The universe is saying lay off a little bit, so go a bit easier on yourself and make some improvements. So improve your thought patterns and the way you think about yourself, the way you treat yourself is what it's saying you need to, because this is a card of improvements to yourself. It's also improvements to your home, but in this situation I'm picking up that it's improvements to yourself. So go a little easier on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. There's some great opportunities on the horizon for you. You just need to tweak a few things and tweak your perspective on how you view things. Thank you for joining me, Group 1. I'll see you again next week for your early week reading. Welcome back, Group 2. If you've selected the Aqua, this deck, or the Caribbean Calcite, then this reading is for you. Okay, so what I'm picking up for you, this is a group reading, so it's going to resonate a little differently for everybody, but I want to give you the general energies of this spread here. So what it's saying is that you've got some transformations coming up around you. I feel like there's quite a few opportunities going on around you, or quite a few things or areas in your life. It's like perhaps you've got your hand in too many pies. Okay, so it's saying that where you put your energy, you're putting your energy in quite a few different areas, and it's saying that you've got some changes to make there. So have a little think about who really needs you. Where do you really need to place your energy is what it's saying. By energy, that's also attention. Energy is also attention. So what I'm getting from that is that you're putting your attention in quite a few different areas, and therefore you're narrowing your streams of energy is what I'm getting for you. So it's like, now imagine a river, a beautiful golden river, and it's got all these little strands coming out of it. So this is the vision that I'm getting for you. So it's like it's got all these little strands, and all these little strands are going to different areas where you have put your attention. Now, some of it could be useless things. Some of it could be things that other people could deal with. So imagine pulling back those strands of where you've put that attention, which is energy flowing, pull those streams of energy back into the main flow of energy. Okay, now you've got this beautiful current of manifesting energy. Now, what do you want to put it in? Have a think about what you want to put that energy into. So I feel like that's the changes that's coming up to you. It's asking you to assess where you put your energies, but that's the vision they gave me. So it wants you, and sometimes when you're manifesting, if you visualize, it can help you manifest the desired outcome. So what it's saying is that you need to call back all those energy strands or the attention that you've given out that perhaps you don't need to, they don't need you don't need to be putting your energy or time there. Put it back. Imagine this beautiful current of this golden river flowing, and where's it going? So where's it going? Have a think about that. So what I'm getting for the cards, it's saying that you've got some changes. This is your transformation card. So it's saying that there's changes. You need to change in your situation where your attention's going, changing where your energy is flowing is what it's saying. Now here's the energy card. So before I got the vision of the saying of the attention, energy goes where energy flows where attention goes. I didn't see this card, but then I looked down and the energy card is there. So it's saying, yeah, definitely. We're definitely talking about where we're putting our energy, where we're putting our attention. Okay, so, and again, here it's saying there's many options and saying you've got, now this card here is the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups in the Tarot. So the Seven of Cups in the Tarot is somebody that has lots of options around them, but they're mesmerized. It's like it's almost like, if you don't put your full attention into one cup, it's just going to disappear. It's like the metaphor I used of the golden stream, and again it's come up in this card here, being the Seven of Cups. So it's saying that with the Seven of Cups, it's like you've seen all these options, but it doesn't mean they're all available to you. It doesn't mean you're going to manifest all those options. Because your stream is weak, of where it's so scattered, you're not going to have the potential to pull that energy through for all of those options. So what it's saying is you need to focus on one option. Start with one. For some of you, it could be two, because I know if you're a person like me, you've got your hands everywhere. You're all over all different things. So if that's you, then pull it back to a couple of streams. Where if you're a person that can't handle too many different things at once, focus on one. So focus on one thing, and this is the Seven of Cups. It's saying put your attention onto one thing and manifest that one possibility, because it's saying there's many possibilities around you, but you need to manifest on one and really focus your attention on that one thing to pull that through. The other card here is called Unorganized. Now, unorganized is, again, it's the same thing. Unorganized is about where you're putting your attention. So where this one we're talking about energy, where the energy is. This one here we're talking about opportunities, and the Seven of Cups being the opportunities and manifesting. This one here is talking about where you're putting your attention and energy. Again, attention and energy, because it's saying that you're all over the place. It's scattered. Like you give some here, you give some there, and it's not even. It's all over the place, and it's really just erratic. It's just your energy's just everywhere. It's all over the place. It's not focused attention. It's not great for manifesting. I do feel like it's time now to make those changes, and this is the time card coming in for the time. So it's saying time to fly. It's time now to start making those changes and becoming a better manifester. And by doing that, you just need to use that visual. You either use that the visual vision that I gave you of the golden stream, pulling all the energy back into that golden current, and then put where is that golden current, see where that golden river of current is going, that energy flow, and manifest that desire. It's also about you can use the, what I heard was energy goes where energy flows where attention goes. So you can use that as well, or you can use different mantras or things that you say over and over again to help manifest certain areas. But definitely a manifesting spread for you, group 2. It can be any area of your life. That's why it will resonate differently. But what the cards are saying for you is there's changes. It's time now to start focusing your attention on one area. So start manifesting one area only, and that's what it's saying. Energy and things everywhere. Time now to make those changes and start putting your focus and energy into manifesting one area. So thank you for joining me, group 2. I will be back again next Monday for your early week reading. Welcome back, group 3. If you've selected the pink or the rose quartz or the astro deck, then this is your reading. Okay, so what I'm pulling, again, this is my new deck as well, so I'm getting my head around this. I do love the way it reads, but it is a new deck for me. Okay, so what I'm getting for you, being a group reading, therefore it's going to resonate differently for everybody. I'm getting something here about, for one thing, it's about your home. So it could be your home situation. It says home, family, your mother, or your inner emotions. We're dealing with house 4. This is house 4 here. And house 4, it says, how do you feel? How do you feel? But it's also about your home, your mother, your emotion, your inner emotions, and your family. That's what we're looking into. Okay, so I feel like there's also some communication issues. So when Mercury goes, we've got Mercury here. So when Mercury goes into retrograde, it's like things tend to go haywire. And I feel like, and Mercury definitely represents communication. That's the biggest thing. So it's also about our thought, our traveling, our learning as well. So it can also be warnings of other things as well. There's other things that come up, but I'm not actually getting any warnings here for you. But what I'm most primarily getting for you, it's about your communication. Could be learning something new, but I feel like it's communication around the home. So home and family, communication with home and family is what I'm picking up for you here. Now I'm also getting the Pleiades constellation. It's the people pleaser. So the people pleaser card. This is the 7 sisters, and it's called people pleaser. So it's telling me that you are a bit of a people pleaser. Therefore, you have trouble with boundaries, you have trouble saying no, you give your energy out to everybody because you don't have boundaries. So what it's saying is that you need to take the lead. Here's the Leo. Take a leaf out of Leo's book. Be a strong, assertive leader. Take the lead and start setting up boundaries around your life, around your home. So boundaries in your home is what it's saying. So it's like almost like people are walking over you, or things are not getting done. You're having to do it all yourself. You're being a people pleaser, thinking that you're making everybody happy, but it's not making you happy, because I feel like you're putting so much energy into trying to make this thing flow and make things appease, is what I'm getting, appease everybody around you in your home and family, that it's taking a lot of energy for you. So you need to communicate, you need to open up, you need to set boundaries, and you need to be open with the people around you. So therefore, they're not taking advantage of you. They probably don't even know they're doing it. They're probably just used to you doing everything, or used to you being so lovely and people-pleasing and wanting to help, and but that they don't realise they're taking advantage of you. And they're not intentionally doing it. It's just that it can get to a point where sometimes you need energy for yourself. So when you're a born people pleaser and you do things for people all the time, and you don't say no, you don't have boundaries, then you keep giving. and you're giving and you're giving, and it's like, where does it stop? It doesn't stop with you're continuing to give to all these people, but then you're giving to all these new people. So it doesn't stop. You just continue to give, and it's not good for you. So it's asking you now to be take the lead, set powerful boundaries for yourself. This card here is also generous. The Leo can be very proud and generous, and I feel that's what you are. I feel like you're very generous. Being a people pleaser, you're very generous with your time, with your love, with your energy to other people. And I feel like, yes, it will come to a point when you're going to need some of that energy for yourself. So it's asking you to assess where you're putting your energy and if that's being reciprocated. So are people giving energy, love, and help back to you? Help's a big word that I'm getting here as well. So are people helping you when you need it? So, or are they just, brushing it off like you don't need help, you've got your head screwed on, and they just look at you like you don't need help, but you do, and sometimes you'll get to a point where you will need help. And so what it's asking you to do is assess and communicate with the people around you. Assess and communicate to see where too much energy is going out. Could there be things that other people could be doing? Is there things that people could be doing for you? Are there things that you're doing for other people that perhaps they need to be doing themselves? And it's about setting boundaries, about being strong, about being a good communicator, and that's surrounding the people around your home and family. But it's saying the big question on here is, how do you feel? So how is it making you feel when you actually think about how much energy and effort you put into everybody else, and how much energy and effort gets put back into you? How does that make you feel? So yeah, that's what the cards are saying for you. So I'll hold them up. So we've got 4th house energy here. We've got the Mercury communication energy here. We've got the Pleiades people-pleasing energy here. And we've got the take the lead, Leo. And that's where I'm saying set your boundaries. So thank you for joining me, Group 3. I will see you again next week for your early week reading.